Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the romantic compatibility between INTJs and ISFPs. But before we dive into this topic, I would like to know who would be interested in an online group meditation course. I've been meditating for about 30 years, daily, twice a day for about 20 minutes. And over time, I have been able to create meditation techniques that help people get into that state easier because for most people it is challenging. So this course would last about 2 hours and will cost about $50 Canadian per person. If you are interested, you can send me an email at jmaceus@sexualhealthsite.info, and in the subject line you put the word meditation and I will send you the details. Essentially is that based on the demand I will determine the day and time, so it'll probably be in the evenings or during the weekends. So let's go back to the topic at hand. What do INTJs and ISFPs have in common? Obviously, they're both introverts. So these are people who get recharged by being alone or with a few close friends and family members. So you will see that they won't put undue pressure on each other to spend more time with crowds of people. So that will be a positive. Now, besides that, or the other aspect might be that the ISFP is the most intuitive of all the sensors. So if you look at their function stack, they have introverted intuition as their third function. So that's why many ISFPs believe that they are INFJs or even INFPs. But in fact, they are sensors who are more intuitive than their peers. No, so in other words, because the INTJ has introverted intuition as their first function, they will feel that, okay, this person seems to understand where I'm coming from in terms of gathering data and understanding that it's not has to do with the five senses. There's something beyond that. Besides these two aspects, this pairing will face a number of challenges because they're quite different. First is that the INTJ is very left brain dominant because they have extroverted thinking as their second function. By contrast, the ISFP has introverted feeling as their first function, so they are right brain dominant. And you'll see that people who are right brain dominant tend to fare better in relation because they are people oriented compared to people who are left brain dominant like the INTJ who are object oriented. So they're basically make their decisions mostly based on logic than their ethics and morals. So that will be a challenge. The other aspect also is that because the INTJ is so left brain dominant, they're not very affectionate or warm. They have a hard time understanding the emotional sort of temperature or be able to read a situation from that perspective. Whereas the ISFP, being right brain dominant and having introvert feeling as their first function, it is about again ethics and morals, but also they tend to be warm, affectionate, and they would need that in a partner, and the INTJ may not be able to meet this need. The other point also, obviously, the INTJ is a judger, so the other people are reliable, reachable, structured, hardworking, and they need that in a partner. Whereas the ISFP is a perceiver, so these people are spontaneous, they think quickly on their feet, so they like to have flexibility in their schedule, and they may not be able to, again, feel that the INTJ is able to give them that space, so they'll feel restricted. So that will be a challenge. The other point also is that in terms of their relationship style, the INTJ is the masculine orderly. So these are people, what they want ultimately in a relationship is effectiveness. So they want someone who gets the job done, regardless how they actually get there. Whereas the ISFP is the feminine spontaneous, what they put emphasis on is authenticity. So that also will be a challenge because it's not aligned with what the INTJ needs or wants. And the other point that can create friction in this within this couple has to do with the fact that the theme of their lives is different. With the INTJ, it is knowledge and power, whereas the ISFP, it is freedom and movement because they are sensor perceivers. Again, they will miss each other over and over again. So based on this information, I would strongly discourage this pairing because besides the fact they're both introverts and they have introvert intuition within their first three functions, the rest is really not a good match. So they will misunderstand each other over and over again. The INTJ may not feel they can really rely on the ISFP. The ISFP will feel, sort of limited or restricted. The ISFP will need someone who's more affectionate and warm, which the INTJ will not be able to provide. In terms of what they want ultimately, in terms of the theme of their lives, is different. The INTJ, it is knowledge and power, whereas the ISFP, it is freedom of movement. So for many reasons, again, I would discourage this couple to stay together. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this compatibility analysis by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Also, remember to send me an email at jmaceus@sexualhealth.info, and on the subject line you put the word meditation to let me know if you would be interested in a 2-hour meditation course. It is again based on my own knowledge because I've been doing meditation for 30 years or so. And it will cost $50 Canadian. The time and the day will be determined based on the demand. So it'll probably be during the evenings or the weekend. Again, you can click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.